Guten Abend, America, and hello to my fellow Europeans watching the world's most expensive reality show from the safety of our moderate speed limits. I'm your host, and we've just completed the first week of the new year. And let me tell you, if 2025 was the warm-up, 2026 is the part where the pyrotechnics accidentally set the stage on fire. And while we in Germany spent the last 7 days arguing over whether a 2.8% increase in Social Security is enough to buy an extra bratwurst, America has been doing, well, whatever America does when it has too much coffee and a president who views the law as a suggestion box. So let's look at the last 7 days of madness. President Trump spent his New Year's Eve doing exactly what you'd expect. Hosting a party at Mar-a-Lago and vetoing legislation like he's playing a game of whack-a-mole. On December 30th, he vetoed two major congressional bills, H.R. 131 and H.R. 504, and one of them was a water infrastructure bill. Even his biggest allies, like Lauren Boebert, were lashed out. She was shocked. She thought she was on the nice list. But Trump's logic is flawless. Why fix a bridge today when you can let it crumble and then blame the deep state for the gravity? He also spent the 31st announcing that he's removing the National Guard from Chicago, from Los Angeles and Portland. After months of trying to federalize them, he just stopped. It's the political equivalent of ghosting a girl after you've already moved your stuff into her apartment. He says he'll be back when crime begins to soar. It's the first time in history a president has treated national security like a seasonal discount at Target. And Happy New Year, America. Your gift? More tariffs. On January 1st, the White House issued a proclamation adjusting imports on timber and lumber. Apparently, the threat to national security is now coming from Canadian trees. We Germans are very confused now. We thought trees were for oxygen and fairy tale forests. Trump thinks they are a foreign invasion force. But wait, in a rare moment of mercy, he paused a tariff hike on furniture and kitchen cabinets for 1 year. And why? Because even a billionaire knows that if you make the price of a kitchen cabinet too high, the suburban voters will stop buying live, laugh, love signs, and then the economy truly collapses. And it's the art of the deal, just the IKEA edition. He's basically saying, I'll let you have your cabinets today so I can tax your floorboards tomorrow. And on January 1st, The Guardian and others released their post-mortems on the Department of Government Efficiency. You remember Doge? Remember Elon Musk's grand plan to save $2 trillion? Well, it turns out the project is mostly gone. Because Elon apparently decided that running a government is harder than crashing a rocket in the desert. And reports show the administration fired 26,000 people and then, get this, hired them back because they realized no one knew how to turn on the lights. And it's the most Silicon Valley thing ever. Move fast and break things, except the thing you broke was the Social Security payment system. And you know, we in Germany love bureaucracy. If we fired 26,000 bureaucrats, the entire country would simply stop existing. In America, they do it for a Tuesday afternoon prank. And now for something truly New York. On January 1st, Zoran Mamdani was inaugurated as the first Muslim mayor of New York City. He took the oath on a historic Quran. And from a German perspective, this is a generational shift. From the perspective of the White House, it's probably a national emergency waiting to happen. Trump spent the last 48 hours after that talking about Somali Americans in Minnesota and denaturalization for fraud. And the contrast is incredible. New York is celebrating diversity, while the White House is checking the fine print on everyone's birth certificate. It's like watching two different movies playing on the same screen. One is a hopeful indie drama, and the other is a paranoid thriller directed by a guy who thinks everyone is out to get his golf course. And finally, the most American news of the week. Trump has been promising a $2,000 dividend for every American, paid for by his tariff revenue. It's like a socialist stimulus check, but wrapped in a MAGA flag so no one notices. There's just one problem. No one knows how to get the money. The details are scarce, and it's the ultimate New Year's resolution. Promising everyone a gym membership, but forgetting to build the gym. We Germans would have a 500-page manual on how to apply for the dividend. Americans just wait for a tweet and hope the crypto tokens he's awarding his shareholders don't crash before lunch. So that was the first week of January. The National Guard is going home, for now. Canadian trees are the new enemy. Elon Musk, still looking for his day job of making cars that drive themselves into walls. And New York has a new mayor, and the Supreme Court is still trying to figure out if the president is actually allowed to tax everything with a pulse. America, you are a roller coaster with no seatbelts. We in Germany will keep watching, mostly because our own politics is just people in grey suits talking about wind power. And yeah, we need the entertainment. I'm Marc, and this has been The Outside View. Stay safe, guard your lumber, and happy 2026. Good night, and God bless America.